So this last piece, I have a question for you before I get into it. The question is not rhetorical. I would really appreciate an answer. There's no wrong answer. Are y'all ready for the question? If Trump disappeared today, what would America do? Cheer. What else? Heal. I love that. What else? What would America do? What do you think America would do if Trump disappeared today? Move forward. If Trump disappeared today, poof, what would America do? Would there still be all this commotion? Would America still worship money? Would we still pollute the oceans? Would we? Would we still imprison black men and shoot them down with no emotion? Would women still be the smartest in the room and still get passed up for promotions? What would America do if Trump no longer exists? Would we still destroy our planet for profit? Would we still have private prisons, the new slave trade in auction? Would men still write laws dictating what women do with our bodies, stripping away anatomical autonomy? Would we still shame women who use sex as commodity, but not shame men who buy sex and pornography? I'll say it again. Would we still shame women who use sex as commodity, but not shame men who buy sex and pornography? Would we still turn a blind eye to all this hypocrisy? What do y'all think? Would we still do all that? What would America do if it was up to you? Would you finally purge law enforcement of white supremacist bigots? Would you finally grant equal rights to poor whites and immigrants? Would preachers still use the pulpits to pimp our communities? Would boys still be boys, raping and assaulting with impunity? Would we still ignore the killing of trans folks? Because this is where America stands, folks. To know what would America do, I ask, what has America done? Well, for one, we massacred our native population. Yeah, we did that. From the blood of black slaves, we built the richest of nations. And we waged war before, cried wolf with terrorist threats. Y'all remember weapons of mass destruction? Y'all remember that? Yeah? No? It's crazy how quickly we forget. I've seen America burn crosses on the lawns of my father. I've seen America separate mothers and toddlers. I've seen America vote for men whose only moral is money. Men who appeal to the racism and sexism of my beautiful Christian country. So we search for a savior to save us from the big orange goblin. Some magical Democrat that can solve all our nation's problems. But Trump is just a symptom of a money-hungry system that never had regard for our troops, no regard for the truth, no regard for the planet, and no regard for the youth. Trump was born into this, just like you and I. Trump is as American as apple pie. So I won't ask, what would America do? We know what America's done. Instead, I ask, what can America be if we step up in the days to come? Can it be a place where pharmaceutical riches do not result in more sickness, where corporations have constraint and cannot buy our politicians, where the money we use to wage war goes to healing Mother Earth or building shelter for the poor? I don't know, it's just a thought. Me and my big ideas, right? A place where all synagogues are safe, where our Muslim brothers and sisters and siblings are looked upon with grace, where young girls can walk the streets without being harassed because young boys are taught to understand the traumatizing effect that that has. So what can America be, y'all? A place where someone who looks like me and loves like me can actually feel safe and free? Where black and brown women are not minimized and the image of us outside reflects the power of our insides? Our potential, our resilience, our imagination, and our brilliance. My ancestors fought for me to have a voice. They fought for me to have a vote. So I talk my shit and I cast my ballot. I honor them by doing both. Because they knew what America could be, but it starts with you and it starts with me. Because although he spews lies and his actions show cowardice, assigning that much power to any man will eventually render you
powerless.
That's right. So don't ask, what would America do? Ask, what can America be? And the answer to that question, my friends, is solely up to you and me. I'm Genesis B, y'all.
Woo!